Hello everybody, welcome back, and if it's your first time then you can either stay with us or start from the beginning of the series. The playlist will be down below. If you are coming back, thank you for coming back. Hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, leave me some comments, give me a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. Keeps you up to date when all new episodes come out. But either way, today we have two intriguing games, a group game in the Champions League and a Premier League game, and we really do need to get our foothold in the Premier League because we're not doing very well. But welcome to making Tottenham Hotspurs again. Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Making Tottenham Hotspurs again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have those two games. A first game in the Champions League Group C against Shakhtar Donetsk from the Ukraine, and Burnley in the Premier League. Both games are at home, and as you'll see from this screen, which we're looking at, it is the current state of play in the Champions League Group C. We are top, as we worked out on the last episode. We're not absolutely 100% certain why. I think it's got something to do with the games played against Roma, but even then, when I work it out, it's pretty even Stevens. Maybe that's why. But then I would have thought it would have gone alphabetical, and R comes before T, unless I'm greatly mistaken. Anyway, I'm not bothered which way it turns out. We are still top of the group. Roma in second on equal points, but better goal difference than us. I'm not sure what that's all about. Shakhtar, who play today, are third on 3 points, and if they lose today, that's their Champions League out of the door. I think they probably end up in the Europa League, actually. And Sturm Graz are on the bottom, worst of the bunch, as it is at the moment, because Shakhtar beat them on the last group of round of matches, which I don't think we saw, because I think we saw Roma Tottenham, which we lost, of course, but Shakhtar beating Sturm Graz 3-1 on that occasion, which puts them in third place. But it's all to play for today, because Sturm Graz are playing Roma and we're playing the Shakhtar, as we said. But then also we have our second game of the episode against Burnley in the Premier Division. As we know from the last episode, we really do need to turn it around, because a 4-4 draw against Leeds. In fact, I'm telling lies. We didn't. We played a game offline. Leeds, a 4-4 draw. I've completely forgot that I thought we were playing Roma and Leeds. It wasn't. It was West Ham who we beat very handsomely, I have to say, 3-1. But that 2-1 loss to Roma, and then we played Leeds. I completely forgot. A 4-4 draw against Leeds, and goodness me, what a game this was. I'm not going to show you all of the intrigues, but as it was, Dele Alli scored for us after 23 minutes, giving us the lead. Looked like we were in the box seat, but then Jack Harrison did the dirty on us. 2 goals literally in 2 minutes. 3 minutes after Dele Alli had scored, put them 2-1 up. We managed to get it back to 2-2 through Lo Celso after 42 minutes. Rafinha then scored their Leeds third a minute into injury time. Lucas Moura was having none of it. 3 minutes into injury time, he equalised again. He went into the break 3-3, and it was a bit do and da. And then for the first time in the match, we got our noses in front after 79 minutes. Harry Kane putting one away, which is rarity these days. But Harry Kane did put it away, and it was a 4-3 lead. But literally, before we could try and batten down the hatches to hold on to that lead, Leeds came at us again, and Tyler Roberts got their equaliser this time on 89 minutes, and that was job done, as you'll see. We weren't really. They had 15 shots, 6 on target against our 11 and 6, and the XG, they had a far better XG and possession than us. So it wasn't to be our day. We weren't really firing on all cylinders as it was. So that's how it ended up. 4-4. How does that affect the league table? Let's have a quick look. As you will see, we are languishing in 8th place at the moment, and 3 points adrift now of Arsenal, who are in 7th place, which is not good news. We really need to get ourselves back in this. We need a bit of a run in the Premier League of wins to pull ourselves back into this European slot. Otherwise, we are in danger of losing touch with the European group as it is. West Ham are still top. We have beaten them. We are one of only 2 sides to have beaten them this season. They are top, having played 12 games, won 9, drawn 1, lost 2, on 28 points. Then come Man United. They have actually played a game more than anybody else. I just noticed that. Man UFC are in 2nd on 27. Then Manchester City, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool and Arsenal in the relegation zone at the moment. Our opponents today, Burnley, Blackburn and Fulham, who are bottom of the bunch. And you'll notice they've only won 1 game this season, Fulham. Oh, yeah, it was against us. Anyway, without any more to do, let's get on with the episode. And it is that Champions League Group C game, the game that could actually make us qualify for the knockout stages of this competition. As I mentioned before, just to note that all the games are bunched together this season early, coming very, very quickly because of the World Cup that obviously is going to happen in real life towards the end of this year, around November time. But we are getting to in game. So that's the reality. Let's get on with it. Shakhtar Donetsk at home. First, well, not first, but it's our 5th group game in the Champions League. And this is the team that's going to face Shakhtar. It's Castells in goal, Reguilon, Upamecano and Saul. I'm not sure if this is the first time that we've had them playing side by side, but they are playing side by side today. Emerson Royal comes back into the team on the right-hand side. Lo Celso and Dembele in central midfield. Son, Ali, Lucas Moura and Kane up front. The reason why we haven't got Hodgberg in the middle there is he is suspended. He's picked up too many yellow cards. He's a naughty boy. He's actually picked up 9 so far this season. Very, very naughty. On the bench, Martinez, Sanchez, Mihail, Brian Gill, Bergwijn, Winks and Clark. And a recap of the current status. We've drawn 2, lost 1 of our last 5, only won 2 of our last 5 games. Shakhtar have only won 1 of their last 5 games. That game against Sturm Graz. And a reminder of the table. And here we are in the Tottenham Stadium. Game underway. Emerson with a throw in. Dembele wins the ball to Kane. Lo Celso to Dele Alli. Dembele through to Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura plants it in the back of the net. But a question of offside, I think. Referee moving forward. I always check to see if the referee's moving back to the middle line. And it's disallowed. It was offside there. Would have been Lucas Moura's 5th goal of the season. Just crept off, look. Surely Canopoli, a player, was playing him onside. That's my view anyway. I'm guessing Roma are playing in the later game. Upamecano now to Lo Celso. Reguilon back to Upamecano. Dele Alli. Kane moving the ball around nicely. Lucas Moura's in again. Can he put it away this time? Just off the line. He tipped that over, chipped it over the goalkeeper. That's over the line. It's over the line. I had while we're at it, I had one complaint to Sports Interactive. I'd love people to put comments down below. Is it just me? But with the goal line technology, it shows you that, but it doesn't really show you. What would be really good is if the camera angle went round so that you got a view along the line and you could see whether the ball had crossed the line properly. So Sports Interactive, please change it so that when you get that view, it actually, a bit like the lines, it actually swings you around to the line of the goal line, and you can actually see whether the ball is crossed properly or not, because from the angle that I had a look at that, it looked like the ball had crossed the line. Obviously not. I'm trusting the technology. Dembele to Lucas Moura. Either that or we've just been done out of a goal. Emerson Royal. Can he get a cross in? No, he's cut it back to Lucas Moura, and Lucas Moura's in the penalty area, and the defender got at it. Lo Celso crosses it across the face of the goal. Lucas Moura, I'll tell you what, he's made up his mind he's going to put that in the back of the net, and I bet he's run over the referee and said, is that all right, ref? Have I done it properly this time? Lucas Moura has actually scored. He started that on that far side, went out to Reguilón. Reguilón found Lo Celso. Lo Celso crossed it across the face of the goal. And Lucas Moura thought, thank you very much, I'll have that in the back of the net. So, after all of that, we are 1-up with 25 minutes on the clock. We have a corner now. Son is headed clear. Upamecano has come out for it. He's pushed it into the area. I think it was an offside there. Oh, no, it wasn't. Son still has it, and Kane has put that one away. Having said Kane doesn't score very often, he doesn't, but he has again today. And very quickly, we've gone 2-up in the space of 2 minutes. Not quite sure what went on there. Upamecano, I think, passed it to Son. Son was on the wrong wavelength. Tete'd about with it, and Son said, oh, I'll have it then. Thank you very much. And goal scored. So 2-up. After 25, Emerson Royal to Saul. Saul back to Casteels, who launches it forward. Founds Lucas Moura, who's having a good game. Kane into the area, cuts it back, and Dembele's getting in on the act now. His second goal of the season, 3-0. That's 3 goals in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I don't know. There or thereabouts. We'll check in a minute and have a look on the screen. Kane just all of a sudden found our form, and this is what we need to be doing in the Premier League. And Dembele, he almost like fired it through Lucas Moura. It's almost like Lucas Moura was invisible for a second. Right, I'm going to drop a bit of praise to the guys because they're doing really, really well so far. Let's hope that doesn't start a Shakhtar rebirth. Son now with a cross into the area. It's a flicked header and it's in again. Nicholas Saul makes it 4 after 38 minutes. I'd like to see that again because it was a bit muddled really from this angle. Son, Emerson Royal, flick header. Goalkeeper saved it, but only managed to palm it out to Saul, who planted it in the back of the net. Right, highlight continues from kickoff. Traore kicks off. Not literally, you understand. And it's gone out wide to Emerson. Lucas Moura in attendance. And they're moving it around at the back. But so far not coming forward. But I'm not sure whether this means they're going to get one back or whether we're going to get the ball off them. We've got the ball off them. Dembele. No, we haven't. Oh, Castile saved that. It's still not dead. And Emerson Royal parking it back to Casteels. And he manages to get it away. Kane comes forward now with it. We are on the counter. Son has gone out wide, crosses it into the box. It's in again. Lucas Moura gets his 2nd of the game, 6th of the season. He's on a hat-trick now, 5-0, and it's only less than 40 minutes gone. We are rampaging here. I think this one's been sort of in the box for a while, and we've just not been able to get it out. Today, we've got it out of the box. And Lucas Moura, I just think he likes big games. Need to have a look at his traits. He likes big games and he's up for this. Upamecano, Reguilón, Son. No sign of half time yet either. Kane goes out wide. You don't see this very often. Kane into the box. It was flicked, but defender in the way. And Shakhtar. We have free kick. Lo Celso to Lucas Moura. Reguilón, Son, Upamecano. What's he doing there? Emerson Royal into... will put that into the path of Lucas Moura, who was odds on then for his hat-trick, and he didn't get it. Lo Celso with the corner. Crosses it in low and hard. No flick header this time. Dembele. Nothing coming of that highlight. And after all that excitement, I think it's probably time for half-time. It is. Go and get the oranges out. Goals from Lucas Moura after 29. Lucas Moura after 22. Harry Kane 25. Dembele 27. Nicholas Saul after 38. Lucas Moura getting his second after 39. I thought they were a bit closer than that, but maybe that was just the highlights playing silly tricks with me. All in all, a very positive first half. What can I say? 17 shots, 11 of which have been on target. 5 of those goals, 2.80 on the XG, 56% possession. I thought we'd have had slightly more possession than that, but there you go. Shakhtar only 3 shots, 1 of which has been on target at 0.19 on the XG and 44% possession. Let's see if we can do more in the second half. And Shakhtar will get us underway. They've made one change at half-time. Sadikov is come on in place of Marlos. And Traore gets us underway for this second half. They have the first highlight of the half, as usual, from kickoff. And they're moving the ball around nicely. Emerson's on his own out on this far side. Emerson Royal in pursuit of his namesake. But Son has cut that out, and that's the story of the day. That's made the difference, and he's been tripped by Conor Player, and didn't get a yellow card for that. Upamecano, Lo Celso, Dele Alli, Kane, and the highlight disappears. Nothing doing. Emerson with the throw-in on this near side. Ball. Saul will manage that to Emerson Royal, back to Saul, all the way back to Castiles, who launches one, gives the ball away, and that's gone back to the goalkeeper. Upamecano to Lo Celso, Reguilon, Upamecano, Dele Alli, Dembele. Dembele flicks one forward for Emerson Royal. He's got in there, and Emerson Royal's on his own. He's going to try on his own as well. Didn't beat the goalkeeper, though. Goalkeeper said, oh, there's a question mark of whether it would cross the line or not. That one definitely didn't cross the line. Again, swing it round. Let's have a look, see if it crossed the line. I'm yet to see, I have to say, I'm yet to see one of those instances where there is a goal line technology question on whether it actually does cross the line or has actually crossed the line. Upamecano out to Dele Alli. Emerson Royal flicks it in. It's come off. It's ping-ponged off the goalkeeper. And Son, I think, just didn't get to it. I think it was defender got to it, obviously, because it's gone for a corner. Crossed in low by Son. And it's headed out. We have a corner on the other side now. Lo Celso. This time flicked just, I think it was Emerson Royal, flicked it just wide of the post. Having trouble adding to our tally as it stands at the minute. As we head down to substitute o'clock. Emerson Royal, Lucas Moura. Back to Lucas Moura, Emerson Royal. And he's been tackled by Stemenaka, and he's been straight red. So they're down to 10 as well. I think it's time at that point in time. Let's drop a bit of praise to the team. And what we will do is have a look at a bit of a change round. We don't want to take Lucas Moura off. He's on a hat-trick until he's very, very tired. Reguilon's not having a good game over there. So I am tempted. Joakim Mahil can play on both sides. Let's bring him on and give him a run out on that left side. See how he gets on over there. I don't really want to take anybody else off. Everybody else is playing extremely well as it currently stands. So we will continue. We'll just make that one change. making changes other than resting people, of course. Might rest Harry Kane in a minute. Dembele goes out wide. Upamecano flicks it forward to Dele Alli. Kane is in now. He's heard me saying I might take him off. Kane crosses it. Ooh, defender in the way. Lo Celso. And it's gone out for a corner. Shakhtar defending with their hearts. That's gone right the way through. And nobody there to flick it on. And Traore heads that on, but nobody there. Saul meanders back for it to Upamecano. I'm quite liking the fact that these two have played really well together in central defence. Emerson Royal. Kane will get on to that. Kane cuts inside. He's wicking round. Can he get the cross in? No. Nobody there in support either. Dembele is. Kane crosses it. It's a goal. Lo Celso, his 8th goal of the season. Harry Kane will get the assist for that. Persistence by Harry Kane, I have to say. Waiting for the opportunity to get that cross in. Eventually, you see, cuts back here. Uses Dembele as a 1-2. Creates the space. Lo Celso. I think Son was going to have that if Lo Celso hadn't nicked it off him. But he almost sat on top of Son for that one. Right. It's time, as you'll see, lots of tiredness creeping in. And it's time to make a couple more changes. We are restricting what we can do. Harry Kane is tired, so Bergwijn can come on for him. And we'll make one change in midfield, I think. Do we take Lo Celso off? Or Dembele? Does that mean we haven't got a central midfielder? Harry Winks is there. Let's put Harry Winks in that one. And that is the two changes. I think that's the 3 changes that we can make. Confirm sub. Or can we make 4 in this? Do you know, I need to check the rules and see. 6-0 as we go into injury time. It's all over. 6-0 we're finished. Not so productive in that second half, albeit we did have 30 shots, 50% of them were on target, 4.82 XG. That's a fantastic XG. Shakhtar only having 4 shots and still that only 1 on target. Didn't get 1 on target all second half. And we've got an average rating of 8.28, which is absolutely fantastic. 55% possession. Let's have a look and see what that does to the table. But I will wait until Roma have played so that we can get a full tilt on the table. And here is the table as it stands. We are top now with a better goal difference, so it's righted itself. In my eyes anyway, we are top of the table, properly top of the table on goal difference from Roma, who did win their game against Sturm Graz, but only by a 1-0, so it must have been a really tough match for them. So that one will go down as a thing. So we just, provided we score more goals than Roma in our final game, they don't trounce Shakhtar, which I think they may have done in the first. Did they in the first? Oh, no, it was Sturm Graz that they went 7-1. They only managed a 3-1 against Shakhtar in their first game. Anyway, yeah, so we're top with 12. Roma also with 12 points, and then comes Shakhtar and Sturm Graz. Of course, both of us have qualified, whatever happens. I'm not quite sure whether you get any benefit from qualifying first. I think it's just down to the seedings, actually. It just means that if you're first, you avoid the big boys in the first knockout round, something like that anyway. And then it's now down to Shakhtar and Sturm Graz to fight it out for who will actually get into, I think it's the Europa League if you finish third. So that's how that stands. obviously the last match of the group coming up against Sturm Graz in the next episode. So we'll look forward to that. And, of course, then a game against Chelsea, which will then take us into World Cup. And we'll possibly do a World Cup roundup, a mini episode stuck in there somewhere to see how it all pans out. Anyway, that's how it's all ended up. It's now to our second game of the episode, and it's a game in the Premier League where we really need to sort ourselves out. It's all very well doing well in the Champions League. We need to be doing some good in the Premier League, so we need to have a bit of a run. We've got Chelsea coming up, which is going to be a toughie. Then Manchester City. It's not going to be easy, is it? But in the meantime, we need a win against Burnley, if nothing else. This is the team that faces Burnley in this home match in the Premier League. Castile's in goal, Mahale on the left after he come on in place of Reguilón, who wasn't playing particularly well in the last game. So Romero is back in the defensive line, even though we played Upamecano in the last game against, besides Saul. The only thing to mention on that is that Upamecano is a little bit tired, so hence why we've brought Romero back in. Saul and Emerson Royal complete the defensive line. Dembele and Holzberg reunite their partnership in midfield with Son, Lo Celso and Lucas Moura, our attacking line. Lo Celso coming in for Dele Alli, who had a good game in the last one, but I want to mix it up a little bit. Kane continues up front. Martinez, Upamecano, Sanchez, Reguilón, Winks, Bergwijn, Bryan Gil, Ali and Dyer. The reason why we've not swapped Kane around, which would have rested him, had I can't remember his name. Completely forgotten our other striker's name. That's very, very poor of me, isn't it? And I can hear you all shouting at me now. Why is it? Oh, I can't do that, can I? He's not on there. Why is he not? He's missing. He's gone missing. Andre Silva. There we go. Andre Silva, who's still out injured. In fact, let's have a quick look while we're here. He's out for 6 to 12 days. So he's on his way back very, very soon. Very, very soon. He's been out for about 6 weeks with that injury that he picked up. And we've missed him in a way because Kane hasn't had the opportunity to have a little bit of rest. That is the team. Did I do the thing? Martinez, Upamecano, Sanchez, Reguilón, Winks, Bergwijn, Bryan Gil, Ali and Dyer are all on the bench. And back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium again. And the crowd will be looking for more goals like we had against Shakhtar. And Nicholas Soul gets his 4th of the season. He's making a mark. He's trying to sell himself. He obviously wants to try and leave us in the January transfer window. We want to try and hold on to him, really. I need to have a chat with him, but he's got his second goal in 2 games. And with just 3 minutes on the clock, we get 1 up. Romero with a free kick. Saul, Emerson Royal, Hodgberg, Kane, Castiles, Saul, Hodgberg, Kane, Lo Celso, who's got tackled by Brownhill and lost the ball. And Castiles wasn't sure whether he could pick that up or not, just got rid of it. But only as far as the Burnley players. And they're in, Wood's in. And they've got an equaliser. After just 10 minutes, we had the lead for 7 minutes. The question is would that have happened with Upamecano in there? I'm not sure. Romero. Burnley have the throw in on that far side. And I don't know for why we're struggling in the Premier League. Premier League seems to be causing us a problem. That was headed by Saul to Dembele, Son, Mahale. He hasn't got an outlet on that left side. Son's gone back into position. Mahel, now he's found him. Son, not coming forward very fast. Mahel has got tackled by Albrighton, but Dembele's moved out there. Lo Celso's through to Kane. Kane plants it in the back of the net. That's what Kane does. He's back on the score sheet. 7th goal of the season. I think he heard me when I said he doesn't score very often these days. He's pretty much scored every game since. Lovely ball down the line. Dembele. Lo Celso puts it into space, and Kane had plenty of time to put that in the back of the net, and we're 2-1 up after 24 minutes, I think it is. Lo Celso to Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal to Lo Celso. Lo Celso cuts it back to Emerson Royal, who got that through. Got that through for his first goal of the season. He's done well since he's come back from that suspension. 2 goals in 2 minutes puts us 3-1 up. Well, let's see that from this angle. Lo Celso cuts it back and, oh yeah, straight through the crowd. Didn't see the net ripple, so I didn't want too sure where it had gone. 2 minutes actually, 24 and 26. Lo Celso with a free kick to Son. To Lucas Moura, crosses it deep to Dembele, cuts it back. I think it was Kane who swiped that, but Pope was equal to it on this occasion. Mahel to Dembele. Dembele back to Casteels, who's well out of his area. Flops that forward to Son, who heads it down to Dembele, and it's gone out now to Lo Celso. Cross it back in. It's cleared by the defence. Brownhill, I think it was Romero, but Dembele cuts it out. Kane's in again, and he's got his 2nd of the game. He's on a hat-trick now. 8th goal of the season, 4-1. So that goal by Burnley just really, I can't do what I wanted to do. Clearly just sort of like put the guys in going, no, we're not having this. And I've charged since then. Pope, once again, just having a watch of the ball, drop a bit of praise, because they have come up to muster after that bit of a jerky start. It was a bit of Champions League lethargy. Is Kane here for his hat-trick? I was going to say he is. But Pope was equal to him this time. As we head down towards half-time. 3 minutes of extra time. And half-time comes. 4-1 half-time. Goals from Saul after 3 minutes. Kane after 24 and 34. Emerson Royal getting one in between on 26. Chris Wood getting one back. Was actually an equaliser at the time on 10 minutes. 12 shots, 9 on target, 1.45 XG, 67% possession against Burnley's 2 shots, 1 on target, which was the goal, of course, 0.30, 33% possession. Let's hope for more of the same in the second half. And as you come back, a change at half-time. Iwobi is on for Tucson for Burnley. Wood gets us underway in this second half. 4-1 at half-time. Iwobi on that left side up against Emerson Royal. Wood gets the ball. And I think he was offside as he stopped. Whistle obviously went. Romero with the free kick. To Mahale, inside to Kane. Son, bit tight there to Lo Celso, but back to Son. Romero, to Saul, Holsberg, Emerson Royal, Lucas Moura, and he's been failed by Iwobi. And that's the end of the highlight. Lo Celso with a free kick, flicks it on. Romero gets a question of offside, I think. Won't jump too quick. It's disallowed. He was offside as the ball was flicked over the top. Yeah, just pulled away a little bit too quick. I think he'd have probably got to it if he'd stayed onside as well, because nobody was really there in attendance. Corner now, Lo Celso. It's a flicked goal from Nicholas Sewell. He's second of the game. And 6th of the season. And that worked off the training pitch. Just barely gets a head to it, but he still gets a head to it. And it's 5-1. Nicholas Sewell also on a hat-trick now. Brighton with a free kick. And Casteels comes out and claims it. Rolls it to Sewell. Holzberg has now picked up a yellow card, as is Lucas Moura. Lo Celso was outdone by me, I think, on that occasion. McNeil's in. They've got another one back. Dwight McNeil. And it's 5-2. Holzberg to Lo Celso, being very casual. Me was stepped in and took it. Wood just pushed it through the middle. Sewell and Romero between the two of them. And Casteels could do little with it. So, tactics-wise, it's time to make some changes. Lucas Moura not having a good game. That is for sure. Steve Bergwijn will come on for him. Lo Celso has had a 10. He's having a storming game. Albeit he's getting tired now, so we will look to bring Dele Alli on for him, possibly. Romero's not having a bad game back there. Casteels, he's having a bit of a poor day. I think it may be time for Martinez to have a bit of a run out at some point. Today would have been the day, possibly. Do we need to make another change? Reguilón is uninterested, so we're not going to bother bringing him on if he's not interested. Even though Mahal isn't having fantastic, he's doing okay. Hodgberg, he's in danger of thing. I think what we'll do is bring Harry Winks on for him. And we come back to a highlight where Burnley are on the move again. Not done a lot in this game. Wood's in. Is Wood going to get his second? No, he's not. Casteels this time had got the measure of him, but it's gone out for a corner. I need to be careful here. Ball in, headed away. Son will pick that up, and we are on the break. He's got it forward for Kane, who's on a hat-trick, don't forget. He's not going to get in there. He's going to have to cut back. Son has a good shot, and it's parried by Pope. Gone out for a corner. Lo Celso still lurking there again. Emerson Royal trying to get in on the at this time. McNeil is going to pick up the loose ball on a counter, but Winks is having none of it. Sewell. And it's gone out. End of highlight. And we are now going to take Giovanni Lo Celso off and bring on Dele Alli in his place. Big round of applause for Lo Celso, I would imagine, having played instrumental in that behind Kane. Dele Alli cuts it back to Dembele. Mahal, Dembele, Dele Alli. Still alive. Son's been fouled in the penalty area. The referee's pointed to the spot. VAR will check it, of course. And Kane will take it for his hat-trick, I think. It's either be him or Sewell, one of the two. It is a penalty. And Kane looking for his hat-trick. He's got it. He's got it. His 9th goal of the season. And a hat-trick to boot. 6-2. So we've scored 6 in 2 in the past 2 matches, so 12 goals in all. Right, we're going to drop a bit of praise. We are going to drop back now to a balanced mentality and just see the game out. 3 minutes of injury time. Emerson Roll with a free kick. Bergwijn, could there be another goal in this? Winks, Bergwijn, Dele Alli. Winks, Sewell, Romero. Romero to Mahal. Mahal, Son. Son flicks it through, looking for Kane, who is already on a hat-trick. He's not bothered now. Sewell. Sewell could be, though. We'd like a corner. Can we do a corner? Dele Alli, Son, Kane. Well, having said that, he has got his 10th goal of the season. Obviously, saying that he's lost his way and he's not scoring goals is the thing to do with Harry Kane. He's sort of like, doesn't like it, clearly. Lovely ball. Son, first time flick through, and Harry Kane chips the goalkeeper. Almost very audacious in the end. 7-2. We lead Burnley. Me on that far side, Anoma. And this will plant Burnley very firmly in that relegation zone. We know what's happened in real life. Iwobi having a good old shot at that from distance, but didn't do anything. Could be last kicks of the game here. Romero holds the ball up. He's wasting time, really. Mahal. Flicks it on for Son, but Son's given up already. I think he's already halfway in the training room. Emerson Roll cuts that out. Back to Casteels. To Romero. And that is the end of time as we know it. 21 shots, 15 of which were on target, 3.15 on the XG, 66% possession against Burnley's 8 and 4. They did have a few more towards that, of course, the second goal as well. 0.82 on the XG, only 34% possession. Whoa, that has got to have helped us in the league table. Let's go through and have a look at the league table then. And so here is the table after this round of games. Having said this round of games, there are a lot of teams that have played more games. I think that's because of a lot of these teams like Manchester United, Manchester City, ourselves, obviously have been playing in the Champions League. So a little bit devoid of games, and obviously where we are, we're on a Saturday. So obviously there's Sunday and Monday games still to come into play. But as you'll see, the likes of Leicester have played 14 games to date, and West Ham played 13. So, for instance, Liverpool played 12. We've played 12. So it's a bit of a mixed bunch at the moment. It will even itself out, obviously. But as things currently stand, we are back into 7th place, albeit Arsenal have a game in hand over us. So I think we probably drop back down here. But actually, where there was a little bit of a gap opening up between us and Arsenal, I think we've actually closed that down a little bit now. We'll go back to 3 points if Arsenal win their game. We'll check in a minute to see who they are playing. But, that win will do us good. And obviously, the goal, it's done a world of good for our goal difference as well. So we're up and amongst this lot now on goal difference. So hopefully as we move up the table, we will put ourselves in a position where points-wise, the goal difference as well will go with it. So that's how it stands. 7th place, but above us, Manchester City, top of the table, over West Ham, who are there on equal points. But as it stands, West Ham played 1 game more. Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester, and then ourselves. So we're there or thereabouts. We just need to keep plugging on, as it were. Right, can we have a look at fixtures and results? There we go. Manchester United is still to play Chelsea in the late game, and the late game, Bournemouth and Brighton. Newcastle Leeds, Arsenal playing tomorrow against Norwich. So I think we may know what the outcome of that will be. So I think we'll probably drop back down to 8th place is pretty much my prophecy on that one. Having said that, Liverpool beat Everton 4-0 in the Merseyside derby, which we see in Fulham. A goal from Mitrovic beating West Ham, which is how West Ham have ended up in 2nd place. They've now lost for a 3rd time this season. Happens to the best of them. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. It keeps you up to date with all future episodes of this and new series as they are released. New episodes of Making Tottenham Hotspur Again are currently released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, follow me on Twitter. JustOffside2 is where you need to be. Sorry it's been a bit of a long episode, but obviously that first game of the episode, we just scored lots of goals, and the same pretty much against Burnley, which means that if you score goals, more highlights, etc., etc. So we shouldn't complain. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next episode 25. It's out on Bank Holiday Friday. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.